Well, today we're in beautiful Lake Isabella. We're visiting Wallace Middle School, and today we're here to
Hear the Lord! Woo!
Once again, we're at Wallace Middle School, and with us today we've got 6th grader Colton. How are you today?
Good.
Dressed for the occasion, I see.
Yeah.
Well, we're here on a Halloween day, right? So that's why you
Yeah.
guys are a little bit dressed up this afternoon. Let's take a look at the problem that you're working on.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and read that for me, please?
Okay. 5.6 multiplied by 2.115.
Okay. This one might be a little more difficult. Read this instead of saying 5.6. Is there another way to say that?
5 6/10.
Very good. All right, so we're going to multiply this. You want to try that one?
Okay.
Tenths, hundredths.
Okay. 2 and 115 thousandths.
Perfect. Nicely done. So
Okay.
how are we going to go ahead and do this?
Okay, so how I would start this is I would take this number and put it under this number. Okay. And now
Is there a difference if you do this number on top, or which would be easier?
actually,
Here, let me get the eraser for you quickly here. All right, so you want to get rid of that? You want to get rid of this?
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to put this number on top, and then this number.
And instead of lining up the decimals, it might be easier just to line up the digits.
Yeah.
And then we'll take care of the decimals in a little while. All right?
Okay.
So as you're multiplying these, if you could explain what numbers you're multiplying, what you're getting, and then your process of doing this.
Okay. So first I will do 6 times 5, and that equals 30. So I put the 3 up here.
Okay.
And then 6 times 1 equals 6, and then you do plus 3 because you have the 3 up here.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 9. And then 6 times 1 is still 6.
Right.
And then 6 times 2 is 12.
Good. All right, so what
Now-
we'll do, let's just move the 12 over a little bit so that we keep our numbers close together like that.
Okay.
All right, so we've got 12690. All right.
Yes.
And let's go ahead, because we've used that 3. All right, what's the next step?
Okay. Now you put a placeholder here, which is a 0.
Why do we put a placeholder there? Do you know why?
Because now this is in the tens place, if you're ignoring that decimal.
Right,
This is in the tens place, and this is in the ones place.
good. So we're going to start multiplying, and the answers are going to come down underneath here. So
Yes.
that's why you need a placeholder. Okay.
So now 5 times 5 is 25, and I put the 2 up here. And then 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 equals 7. And then 5 times 1 is 5. And then 5 times 2 equals 10. Now what we do is we add these together, these two numbers.
Okay.
So 0 plus 0 equals 0. 9 plus 5 equals 14. 6 plus 7 plus 1 equals 14.
Good.
2 plus 5 plus 1 equals 7. Wait. 8, I mean.
There you go.
8. And then 1 plus 0 equals 1. And 1.
Okay, so large.
Now-
Let's go ahead and write that number a little larger over
Okay.
here.
Okay. Now, since there was decimals here, we have to put the decimal in here. So what we do is there's 4 numbers behind decimals on this.
Okay, so how did you get
So-
4? Because some students might be doing this for the first time, and they're like,
Okay.
why are you getting 4?
So here there is 1 number behind the decimal,
Okay,
and here there is 3 numbers behind the decimal.
right, so you
So-
just
Yeah.
add them all together, right? Okay,
Yes.
you've already got this.
So then you move it over 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So the decimal would go there. So your final answer is 11 and 8,440 10,000ths.
Right. And
Yeah.
instead of doing it like, because what we could do is, so we have the proper number of digits there, all right? So 844 10,000ths. Let's say
Yeah.
the 0 was off. How would you
Yeah.
read it then?
So then it would be 11 and 844 thousandths.
Perfect. How about if I did this to you?
Okay.
Because the decimal's here now.
Yeah.
I could add a lot of zeros here, right? And it's not
Yeah,
going to change the value of the number, but it could change the value of how you read it, right?
Yeah.
You know how to read that one? I'm only kidding. I just put a bunch of zeros on there to mess with you. Anyway, Colton, nicely done.
Okay.
Perfect
Thank
work.
you.